welcome back to Mystic Matters. Of course, we are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, and she is the one and only Jessica Patterson from Groton, town of Groton, Parks and Recs. And you've seen her on here before because she's been so great at pinch hitting for Kristin and I when we've either been on vacation or we've sort of messed up our schedules. Okay? We just call on Jessica and she always says, yes, I will help out. So Jessica, welcome back again.
Thank you.
It was so great to come back and pinch hit. Kristin, I said such wonderful things about her last week. Is she here again today? She is not here, but Jessica, it's just you and I.
All right.
We're going to have to do the very best we can.
I think we got this.
I think we got this.
Yeah.
So Kristin, and all of Kristin's way, said, could you please do the announcements for the show this evening? So once again, the ribbon cutting at Mind Matters Adult Daycare, and that is October 2nd at 11 a.m. And then on October 5th, coming up, and soon you're going to be hearing about this, but Groton Fall Festival, 11 to 4, Pequannock Plains Park. And of course, once again, October 4th, 5th, and 6th, Mystic Pirate Invasion. And if you, in downtown Mystic, and if you saw last week's show, you'll see all the good things that are going on between all the events, the pirates coming in on the Argia, and some of the special people that we have coming to entertain you. So make sure you're down in Mystic. And just a little, if you notice when all this is going on, we do have this correlation, or not this correlation, but you can do both. And Jessica is going to speak about that. So you can all spend all week in Groton and spend all weekend in Mystic. So we've got that going on. And then October 8th, Business After Hours at Stony Creek Brewery at Foxwoods Resort Casino. I'm telling you, there's so many breweries going on. We can just live in a buzz if we wanted to. But remember to drive safely, and there's always Uber. Then, save the date, 12/12/19. And of course, this is our annual gala for the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. More to be announced on that because quite frankly, I don't have all of the information. So if I would be making it up, but isn't that great? 12/12 of 19. So that'll be the probably the last of our holiday galas for the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce.
And what a great one.
What a great one on 12/12. So make sure that you stay tuned to Mystic Matters, and of course join us on our website. You see all the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce information there. So Jessica, every year, here we are. Every year, Groton Fall Festival.
That's right. Now I have an important question.
Yes.
Are you excited about that weekend? Because we have the Mystic Invasion of Pirates, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, had to do it.
Yes, we have that.
And Groton Fall Festival.
I'm so excited.
Mark the calendars. It is a destination location weekend.
You don't have to go anywhere. You know, people talk about, we're going to see the fall foliage. Listen, you can see everything here.
Yeah.
Plus you can eat.
Yes.
Plus you can have fun.
Yes.
But I'm going to let Jessica take over on what's happening with that.
Thank you. So we are super excited. As you had mentioned, Jessica Patterson, Groton Parks and Recreation, we are partnered with a number of awesome community partners this year. So we've really tried to make this a committee effort to showcase what's going on in Groton.
Yeah.
And the big thing, like we talk a lot about, right, like what is Groton, who is Groton, and this is a perfect example, I think, of the feel of Groton. So it's a business expo, it's a community event, it's a family-free fun activity. We have a ton of events going on right within the world of Pequannock Plains Park.
I know, great park.
Great park, 11 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturday, October 5th. And just a few things about the people that are on the committee, because we switched it up a little bit this year and trying to get much more community involvement to help us kind of...
But also brand new ideas.
Yeah.
You know, and that
thing.
happens in a committee as well, too. So.
And that's, for me, what's been most exciting is sitting down at the table and thinking, what can we do to make this year a little bit more fun, a little bit bigger, a little bit better than previous years? So we have, obviously, the Chamber, and Carney at the Chamber has been fantastic.
She's great.
She is, like, so
She's on top
point.
Of it. Yeah. Very organized.
Oh, totally. And we partnered up with the Town of Groton Police Department, with Pfizer, with Groton Utilities, Thames Valley Communications, Chelsea Groton, and then IMT Shutters and Sales. So we have a lot of good players at the table and a lot of people who are excited to be part of this, and I feel like this event is really going to show that. So the big thing that I just want to kind of let everybody know about is it's a free, fun day at the park. It's family friendly. We have a lot of great activities.
Important.
It is.
Because it is free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people, they look at some of these events and they feel like they have to, you know, the participation there is a fiduciary participation.
Right.
But it's much more than that. It's just a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, we have some great activities that are going to be going on this year. The big ones that we are super excited about because they're new for us, not to take away from any of the tried and true classics that we love.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bike rodeo going on.
What is a bike rodeo?
That is a fantastic question. No.
Could you just explain a bike rodeo to me?
Yeah, so that's in partnership with Yukon Extension and the Bike Walk CT, and they are going to be doing a performance showcase of kind of like tricks and fun things going on. But
With
then
bikes?
also doing, but then safety gear, helmet checks, just trying to get people more involved in getting out and being active and being healthy using a bicycle.
Right. But also, let me just to please wear your helmets.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things from the police side that, you know, we see a lot of people out there. They just free-spirited. It's summertime, no helmets. Helmets.
Yeah.
Kids, men, women, young, old, helmets.
Makes a difference, saves a life.
And you'll probably learn about that day.
Absolutely.
So they do, like, what do they do? Throw bicycles up in the air? And
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Okay. I mean, I've got to come just to see what they do on the bicycles.
Heck
I mean, it's crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
We also have Denison Pequot Nature Center. It's going to be doing
Love
their
them.
bird exhibit again.
Yeah.
And that was one of my highlights last year because they bring the owls, they bring the birds of prey, and it's such a fun, cool thing because how often do you get to sit down and be like 5 feet away from an owl? Not very
and
often.
a lot of these birds have come, they were injured and so being nursed back together. And of course, they're still in their wild environment because that's what the Denison Pequot Seapost is all about. So these birds can never be put back in the wild. I mean, they were obviously injured and really well taken care of. So
Absolutely.
You are right to get up close and personal, and then with the trainers is great.
Yeah, and they are world class.
Yes.
Yeah. We also have Fearless Flyers coming to do a demo, which should be super fun. Have you been there before? Have you done it? Will you do it?
See, these are the reasons why. Okay, I just stick to the tried and true. Okay, is because I've been asked these questions. Is there a reason why I would do the Fearless Flyers? Because this is like the fourth time I've been asked this question. They get on those. That's scary.
It is scary, but think about the thrill. You're on a ribbon. You're up there. You're doing your thing. You got the silks
You're doing your
involved.
thing.
I don't know what the thing is.
And
but
Jessica, this is also going to be a wrap-up show on Jessica's thing. All right, I want everybody to know that it's a thing.
It is a
and
thing.
whatever that means. So, first of all, we have to go to the festival from 11 to 4 on October 5th, and then we have to see what the thing is. And Jessica is asking me, but I'm going to pose the question back to her. Have you ever done it?
Not yet.
Yes. There you go. There's that beautiful smile. Not
But
yet.
I'm excited. I'm excited to do it, though. It's definitely on the bucket list.
Okay, then we will circle back. What else you got going on?
We also have Gabriel's Karate that's going to be doing a demonstration.
Seen them. Yeah.
Love them. I love how excited the kids get.
Right.
Yeah. And again, another healthy thing, another get active. Like that's really one of the big themes that we're focused on this year is
You've said that 4 times.
it's important.
It is important.
I'm going to say it 4 more times by the time we're done.
Well, I do, Jessica, I think, and this may be an age thing, but, in the day and age of so much technology, and the reasons to stay inside seem to be, there are more reasons to stay inside if we let it, but there should be the focus on getting the kids outside.
Absolutely.
And also the focus on getting the adults outside. So when you come down to these events in the park, that is the focus. And it's also, it's natural to have human contact.
Which is fantastic, because don't you want to meet your neighbors?
Absolutely, and then new friends.
Yeah.
And have your kids meet new friends and get excited about that. So I think that's important.
It's funny, because one of the things that we run across a lot when it comes from like the park and recreation side is, well, I'm not sure what to do. Like, well, you say go outside, be active, be healthy, but what does that mean? Like, if you're one of those people who just like is inside a lot, Well, we have parks, we have playgrounds, we have trails, we have all of these awesome, whether it's solo activities or group activities that are going on in the community. So we're really trying to use this as a showcase for that, where it's like, if you want to be part of a group, if you want to be out there and active and meeting new friends, this is a great place to start.
Well, it's interesting that you say that. Again, Groton Parks and Recs is not new. Okay,
No.
We've been around. You've been around a long time, and in the years ago, it was a natural thing to get your kids outdoors, whether it's playing sports or being involved in and a lot of different activities that the Parks and Recs have to offer. It used to be a natural evolution. Now it's more like we have to advertise it.
Right.
We have to say, get your kids out there. Make sure that they're getting fresh air and they're being active. So I like this about what the Parks and Recs is doing and what they mean and that, you know, something like this on October 5th brings community. I mean, we talk about community a lot, but it brings everybody together. It's healthy to smell the fresh air, to have a hot dog or whatever, ice cream. We haven't even talked about the food yet.
Oh, we got food.
But it's very healthy. It's a very important message, and thank you, Jessica, for that.
One of the things that I really appreciate being a resident of Groton is how involved the chamber is in ensuring that people are aware of the activities that are going on.
Absolutely.
And spearheading to create a lot of those activities.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't have as much going on if it wasn't for the chamber. And I know personally, I feel very fortunate that we've been able to partner with you guys on this.
Yeah, well, great, because we have a great chamber.
Yeah.
It's great.
We also have, near and dear to my heart, the Groton Police Department will be bringing their service
Thank
dogs.
you. Yes.
And we will be bringing McDonald, who is the new police service dog. He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
He's gonna be there.
it's a real big deal.
Yeah.
Too bad he couldn't sign up, but he can paw autographs.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty good with the selfies, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Oh,
those
absolutely.
Another one of the big attractions that we have coming back is Ant Guard, which I'm really excited about. Those are the people who get they're dressed up in their outfits and they're hitting things. That is not a good description at all.
Yeah.
It's the Renaissance.
Yeah,
the real
I
life
know who
players.
you're talking. Yes, who you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're always. It's so funny because we have different kind of sections set up at the event. So whether you want to go and check out the food, if you want to go check out the stores, the shops, a lot of the local businesses.
Easy to maneuver?
Super easy to maneuver.
Okay, maps?
Maps are available.
Good, all right.
Yep. And everything is on surface level, so we make sure that it is accessible and inclusive for anyone who wants to come. We also have shuttle parking available. Yes, there's a lot going on. We created some of those cool Wayfair signs, so it's like these type of directions.
Well, that's important too, because sometimes people get plugged in, and then they're like, "What do we do next?" So it's important that we know that.
And we also have something that we're working on. We can't quite talk about it yet.
I hate when she says that.
I know,
It's not really like what I want to hear.
We're very excited,
Is it
especially.
close?
It's close.
Okay.
It's close, and
we
it's going to
mention
be
it
kind of
sometime?
a big deal.
Okay, good, good.
We may know her, we may love her, we may rock out to her tunes as we're doing carpool karaoke in the car. But keep tuned is all I can say.
I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also have Circle K Animal Farm coming.
Okay.
So petting zoos. Who doesn't love baby animals? We have
Love 'em.
goats, alpacas, llamas. I think that's it for the animals. But really, if you're going to pick
I
three
really
to
like
touch,
the pigs.
I know.
I don't know why we don't have pigs.
Listen,
They're so cute.
Next
the little
year,
baby pigs. I love them.
I'm going to make it happen just for you.
All right, I love the baby pigs. I love them.
Some of the other cool things that we have going on, obviously the Touch a Truck section, that's always huge with the kids.
Yeah.
We have the Navy coming, the Coast Guard, Town Police, Groton Utilities, the Parks Department. So there's going to be a lot of cool vehicles there.
Now let's talk about parking.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have plenty of parking and shuttles.
Yep, so primary parking is going to be over at Claude Chester, which is right next to Pequannock Plains Park. It's the school that's located there. Once that fills up, which it always does, we're then going to have secondary parking with shuttle bus services up from El Grasso, which that's a whole exciting thing to talk about too.
Has anybody seen that whole new development up there? It's fantastic.
My gosh.
Yes, yeah,
Like-
and needed, I have to say.
Absolutely.
Needed,
Yeah. And one of the things that we're working out with them is they may have some open houses going on at that time to showcase, like, while if people are going to be up there parking, might as well check it out, because man, is that place impressive.
Yeah, and well needed as Groton has become the engine with electric boat and still a little bit of Pfizer and the Navy. There's a lot going on in Groton too.
Absolutely. And then, of course, we have food. We have lots of food. Come hungry, come excited.
This is the best part of the show, is the food. Okay.
So, a couple highlight ones. We're still in talks with a few of the vendors, but we have the classics coming. So we have Supreme Hot Dog. There's going to be Bridge Market. We have Nora Cupcakes coming. I know. I'm excited for that.
Nobody told me about the cupcakes. I like the cupcakes.
I like the
cupcakes. Jessica, I like the cupcakes.
The great thing about them is, one, they're delicious. And
yes!
two, everybody that I've met there, like, gets it. Gets the whole community vibe, wants to be out there, wants to be part of it.
Absolutely.
And it's really, that's nice. Like, we're not going, like,
but they're also showcasing their businesses
absolutely
too. Yeah.
So we have some great businesses coming. So, like, Gasp's going to be there, and we have a lot of vendors who are going to be there, kind of like smaller mom and pops, like, selling their wares, which is one of the things that I think is truly unique about this as far as Groton events go, because we don't really have a lot of events that showcase the businesses in the area. We have a lot
which
of, like,
is important.
It is important.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, if you're gonna shop local, and if you can make a difference, not only for that individual or for that company, but also for the person who you're giving the gift to let them know, hey, I put a little bit more thought in buying this by going to a local business. And yes, Amazon is super convenient, but it makes a difference. And I love that this event, even back in the day when it started with the Groton Business Association, it was to showcase what's available in Groton, what's going on. And we have a lot of artisans in the area. We have a lot of local people who are really into making this a hub, making it a food hub, making it a shopping hub. And I'm pretty confident and very hopeful that October 5th, Quantic Plains Park Groton Fall Festival, this is really going to be the best showcase of that.
Wow, and we have interviewed Jessica several times about this, but I think there's something about this year that there's also secrets. You see, when Jessica has secrets, that's the whole thing. She's just, like, holding back on a couple things. But one thing in just hearing this statement, when you say, shop locally, and yes, Amazon is very convenient. But there are a lot of things that you cannot get on Amazon.
Yeah.
And even if you think you're getting the same product, there are many of us, myself included, you're not going to get the heart and soul that goes into that piece, that food, or whatever. And I know it's big, you shop on it, people are so busy. But the most important thing, when you're talking about economic engine in southeastern Connecticut, and Groton and the Mystic and where we live, is that you are supporting people who live here.
Right.
And supporting people who have jobs with small businesses. So I want to just, as we get close to the holiday season, just to interject that a little bit. Jessica, I really a young, up-and-coming professional, lives in Groton, works in Groton, shops in Groton, and is involved in the Mystic Chamber of Commerce as well. So you're getting sort of the triple fold here, where it's and it's contagious. So what I want to say to people out there is try it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You will like it, and it will become contagious. And believe me, you will start making that a part of your life. When you shop downtown Groton, wherever that is, whether it's the city of Groton or the town of Groton or Mystic, you'll get the feeling when somebody's helping you that you're really giving back to your own community.
Yeah, it's getting that service, making those connections.
Right,
it's important.
Right. But even just the partners that you're involved in, Groton Utilities. You've got the police department. You've got Pfizer, I believe,
and Thames Valley Communications.
Thames Valley Communications, which is right in the city of Groton, right?
Yep.
So when you're partnering with these people, don't forget they're not only giving back to their community, but they're also working in your community.
Absolutely.
So it's very, very important. But let's talk a little bit about, I know we've talked about the Fall Festival, but what exactly does Groton Parks and Recs, what exactly do you do over there?
Oh, what don't we do?
I know, but just a little bit, just a hint of what, because it's really, really important. It's not just the Fall Festival.
Yeah. So one of the big things that we really try to promote, other than obviously like health and wellness, number one pillar that we have, economic development. Because to your point, like a lot of us live here, we work here, we play here, we want to be part of this thriving environment and not just have it be a sustainable environment, but really succeed. And then the other big thing that we focus a lot on is the social equity. So we want to make sure that we are the inclusive community that we all say that we want to be.
Right.
And
it's
that's huge.
it's sort of a buzzword between inclusive and diversity. We hear it all the time, but are we really practicing it?
Right.
And that's huge, yes.
And that's one of the things that I feel very fortunate to have the role. So I'm the community outreach coordinator for Groton.
It's a great role for you, Jessica. You fit it
thanks.
very well. And for all of you out there, if you know Jessica as to love her, and that should be her title. I mean, as always, but also she does a great job.
Thank you. It's a fantastic opportunity to go out and meet the businesses in the community, but also get to meet the people here and find out like what is Groton interested in? Who are we and who do we want to become? And I love that as a town we have taken that to heart and decided we're not only going to focus on that, but we're literally going to hire someone to make sure that we can connect those dots in a thoughtful way. And partnering with the chamber, partnering with the police department, partnering with Groton Utilities and Thames Valley Communications, Pfizer, one of the biggest employers around here.
Right.
Getting to have those connections to be able to go out to them and sit down at a table and say, guys, we have an event coming and we want to make it impactful. How do we do that? And then to get that feedback and use, like the ball starts rolling, it's like a brainstorm of these great ideas. And I think part of where my energy comes from about this, specifically for this year, is that we have so much more involvement than we traditionally have, and there's so much energy and heart going into it that it's really something that I am looking forward to, certainly.
And you can't not succeed when you have that energy and the passion. But tell me a little bit about the challenges.
So the biggest challenge we have we need volunteers. This, as you know, with any event,
call for volunteers.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But from every aspect of the event, right?
Absolutely. So whether it's helping us with parking, checking people in, if it's just literally helping loading and unloading the vendors, because as anyone who's done events or trade shows, you got a lot of gear to bring, and sometimes it's just one person. So we want everyone to feel successful, and we try to set this expectation that if you're going to be part of this, we are going to do everything we can to make you successful day of, and it really is a partnership. It's wonderful. And
what is it? How many volunteers does it take? Do you know, Jessica? I mean,
I'm going to ballpark it and say comfortably around 60 to 80 for the entire event.
That's a lot of volunteers.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're very fortunate that we have some tried and true organizations that volunteer for almost every event. One of the big ones, we work a lot with the Coast Guard, we work a lot with the Navy, and with Grace Baptist Church. It's nice to be able to come to an event and talk to people, and then as you're talking, be able to introduce, oh, this is so-and-so from XYZ. You guys might want to chat. And it kind of makes it more of that homey feel.
Right.
And who doesn't want that, you know?
Right. Well, volunteerism is so important. And we talk about this a lot at the Chamber of Commerce because we have so many events.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we see some of the volunteers that volunteer for every event. I mean, you know their name, you know where they live, and I hate to say this, we call them because but they come. But and having volunteered a very, very long time in this community, it's almost a social thing. You
Absolutely.
know, you see your friends. Not only do you participate in the event, but you're working alongside with your friends and your family. So it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, and we have a few super exciting events. So we're doing, backed by popular demand, we have the cornhole competition that's going to be going on.
Cornhole competition.
Of course.
Okay.
We have some amazing prizes too. So
did you have a tug of war one year?
Yes, that was a few years ago. I mean, I don't want to say I knew who won. I wasn't involved in it, but
Yeah, well,
you know.
I think it was all fixed.
It might have been.
Okay, you see? See, look at me. That's why that's not happening this year. And what else? You've got the cornhole.
We're also doing a donut eating contest for the kids, which is so much fun. They get so into
Did that
it.
kind of replace the apple thing that we used to do when we were, bobbing for apples?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more,
I like the
less
donut.
germs. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We always put safety and health in there, too.
Got to do it.
Yes!
Yeah.
Absolutely. So donuts.
Pumpkin
And then
painting
have
for
it-
kids. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And that's one of the cool things when we had talked about kind of the location. So Pequannock Plains, it's a big park. We have a lot going on. And we're trying to set things up almost kind of in stations. So as families come through, they can go, okay, so here's the row of vendors. We have some exhibits going on. Then we
Makes sense.
have the kids activities section too. So pumpkin painting, we have cornhole toss, we have the donut eating contest. We're going to be doing Circle K, the animal,
Yes.
the
Yeah,
petting
yeah.
zoo, and right next to the playground. So it literally is come for the day. And then
Wow.
once you're done with us, swing over to Mystic. Let's go see some pirates because that is exciting.
Yeah, it's just very exciting. Well, Jessica, I'm telling you, I'm sold. I mean, we've got to come down. We've got to start in Groton because Friday night, of course, start in Mystic.
Oh yeah.
Okay, start in Mystic. You got to go see the movie there, and it's Peter Pan this year.
Oh, cool.
It's Peter Pan, so all the families come. Everybody likes Peter. Adults like Peter Pan.
Yeah.
But then the next day, all right, do your thing at the Groton
The Fall Festival.
Fall Festival.
Yep.
Pequannock, it's right there, Pequannock Plains Park.
Yep.
And then, of course, end it that night back at downtown Mystic. And, of course, a lot of the events going on the following day, and you see all the information there.
Absolutely.
Well, Jessica, I think we filled up the show. Just a shout out to both Franks, and especially our Frank back there that always is so kind to us
Yeah.
and sets us up every show. But it's so nice to have you here.
It is always a pleasure.
And speaking of volunteers, pinch hitting. Even I do this. Call Jessica, see if she can pinch hit for me. And
Thank
she does
you.
a wonderful job. We'll see you at the festival.
Absolutely.
If not sooner. Thank you, Frank and Frank. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Mystic matters. So good evening.